Men should be either treated generously or destroyed, because they take revenge for slight injuries, for heavy ones they cannot. Niccolo Machiavelli. The moment someone disrespects you, the war begins. It's not just a comment or a glance, it's an assault on your throne, a challenge to your authority. The battlefield is invisible, but the stakes are real. Every slight is a reconnaissance mission, testing your defenses, probing for weakness. The predators are always watching, waiting for a moment of hesitation. You must respond swiftly and decisively. Every insult is intelligence to be weaponized, not a wound to bleed. Hesitation is weakness. Hesitation invites further attacks. The cost of inaction is not just the loss of respect, but the erosion of your power. You become a target, a prey animal in the eyes of those who seek to undermine you. Mastery is built in these moments. The unseen, the subtle, the calculated. It's not about grand gestures or public displays. It's about the quiet, ruthless elimination of threats before they can grow. It's about maintaining control, projecting authority, and never allowing anyone to see you falter. Remember this, men should be either treated generously or destroyed, because they take revenge for slight injuries, for heavy ones they cannot. The greatest victory is that which requires no battle. Sons, your mind is your kingdom. It is the seat of your power, the fortress that guards your throne. If you allow it to be overrun by doubt, fear, or impulsive reactions, you surrender your sovereignty. Disrespect is the enemy's first strike, testing your defenses. How you respond determines whether you remain ruler of your domain or become a puppet to external forces. Imagine your thoughts as a grand castle. At the gates, you must decide who enters and who is turned away. Allowing every passing comment or fleeting emotion to dictate your actions is akin to leaving your gates unguarded. Only those with purpose and strategy should be granted access. Your mind, like a fortified stronghold, must be vigilant and discerning. To fortify your mental defenses, employ the tactics of visualization and reflection. Visualize your responses to potential slights before they occur, preparing your mind for battle. Reflect on past encounters to learn from them, strengthening your resolve. Selective focus is your shield. Concentrate on what serves your purpose and deflect what does not. Beware the internal enemies, the critics, the doubts, the overreactions. These are the spies within your walls, sowing discord and confusion. They whisper of inadequacy and fear, seeking to undermine your command. Recognize them for what they are, and expel them from your court. Your mind is your throne. Guard it fiercely. Disrespect is the enemy's first strike. Respond with calculated strategy, not impulsive emotion. Fortify your defenses with visualization, reflection, and selective focus. Expel the internal enemies that seek to undermine you. Only then can you maintain your sovereignty and command your destiny. Master your mind, and you master your world. The first hour of the day decides the outcome of every battle. Your morning is a battlefield, and you are the general standing atop the ridge, surveying the terrain before the enemy even arrives. Every moment you spend half awake, reacting to notifications, emails, or petty disturbances, is a moment you surrender control. The day is full of opportunists, manipulative colleagues, and subtle predators testing your boundaries. They will exploit hesitation. They will strike where you are weakest. But the dawn gives you an advantage. The world is still quiet, the battlefield empty, and the first move is yours. Begin with reconnaissance. Before the city wakes, before the chatter of notifications invades your mind, reflect, map the potential threats. Anticipate the challenges disguised as minor slights or disrespect. This is your intelligence gathering. Observe your own tendencies. When do you falter? When do impatience or ego cloud judgment? Identify these weaknesses as you would scout enemy positions before sending troops into a valley. Morning reflection transforms the ordinary into tactical preparation. You are no longer a soldier blindly marching. You are a strategist aware of the terrain, aware of every flank and every possible incursion. Then, establish your ritual of dominance. Movement, meditation, preparation. These are your weapons, sharpened in solitude. A simple walk, a set of stretches, or mindful breathing becomes armor against the chaos the day will throw at you. Each controlled action reinforces your authority over your own body and mind. You are commanding your army, but that army is you. Meditation centers you, focus trains you, and the discipline of routine is the drumbeat of an army ready to march at your command. Even small victories over yourself in the morning compound into dominance over the day. Seize the initiative. Those who wait for the world to tell them what to do are always behind, always reactive, always vulnerable. When you rise with purpose, when you confront your own mind first, you force the day to respond to you. Disrespect that arrives in emails, meetings, or social interactions finds you prepared, poised, and unshakable. You do not stumble into chaos. You stride through it as the apex predator steps into its hunting ground, aware of every movement, every shadow, every potential threat. The early hour is your advantage. Those who react later are chasing your lead, running on your clock, responding to your strategy. Treat the morning as your throne, the battlefield before the war begins. Stand vigilant, reflect, prepare, and act. Each sunrise is a rehearsal for mastery. Each routine a drill in control. The enemy may come, but they will meet a general who has already won the first engagement. Own your morning, command your day, conquer your life. It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both. Niccolo Machiavelli. Silence is your deadliest weapon. In a world that rewards noise, the stillness of a predator signals power before a single word is spoken. Responding too quickly to disrespect is like raising your blade before the enemy has revealed their position. Impulsive, sloppy, predictable. True mastery comes from the pause, from observing before acting, from letting the enemy expose their weaknesses while you remain untouched, calculating, unshaken. Consider the predator in the wild. A tiger does not roar at every rustle of leaves. It waits, it watches. Every movement is observed, every potential threat catalogued. The bird that flits too close may be ignored. The true prey, the one that signals an advantage, is met with decisive action. This is the predator's pause, a measured silence that holds power, a stillness that becomes a strategy. In the same way, when someone insults or disrespects you, your first response is observation. Measure the intent, detect the lie beneath the words, analyze the maneuver. Silence is not weakness. It is reconnaissance, it is preparation, it is power consolidated. Strategic non-reaction is not passive. It is a conscious choice to let disrespect reveal its true nature. By not immediately responding, you force the other party to show their hand. The impatient, the impulsive, the petty, they cannot hide forever. Their intentions leak through tone, gesture, and repetition. Your stillness transforms into intelligence, allowing you to strike with precision when the moment is right. Every moment you resist reacting, every second you allow the storm to pass over you, sharpens your advantage. You are no longer part of the skirmish. You are orchestrating it. The psychological edge you gain from silence is terrifying to those who thrive on provocation. When the impulsive expect a reaction and find none, their own uncertainty begins to erode their confidence. Your calm becomes a shield that disarms them before confrontation begins. You do not need to speak loudly or act rashly. The enemy falters because they cannot predict you. They sense the predator waiting in the shadows, poised, patient, unstoppable. Every day, you encounter opportunities to weaponize stillness. A snide comment in a meeting, a message dripping with disrespect, a social slight designed to provoke. Do not give it power. Stand still. Watch. Wait. Let it reveal itself fully, then respond with calculated force if needed. Let others stumble while you remain unshakable. The silent apex controlling the battlefield of perception. Your power lies not in volume, but in control, not in haste, but in patience, not in reaction, but in observation. Silence is your fortress. Stillness is your weapon. Your calm is the predator that terrifies before striking. Do not give the enemy the satisfaction of seeing you tremble or speak before you are ready. Hold your position. Watch, learn, and strike only with certainty. Stillness is power. Silence is the weapon of the unstoppable. The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is what kind of men does he have around him. Your mind is your throne. It is the citadel from which all your power emanates. Every thought, every impulse, every decision is a soldier in your army. If you allow the wrong ones to enter, they will betray you from within. In the court of your mind, only the most loyal and strategic thoughts are permitted. Doubt, fear, and impulsiveness are the spies of your enemies, seeking to weaken your resolve. They whisper that you are not enough, that you are vulnerable, that you should react, but you are not a puppet to be jerked by every string. You must recognize these traitors for what they are. They are not your allies, they are the heralds of your downfall. To maintain your power, you must fortify your mind. Visualize your goals with clarity. Reflect on your actions with honesty. Focus your attention with precision. These are your shields against the internal saboteurs. Remember, the greatest battles are often fought within. The external world is but a reflection of your internal state. If you are weak within, you will be weak without. But if you are strong in mind, you will be unshakable in action. Guard your mind as you would your throne. Allow no enemy to sit upon it, for the cost of inaction is not just defeat. It is annihilation. Master your mind, and you master your fate. A wise ruler ought never to keep faith when by doing so it would be against his interest. Machiavelli. Power is perception. Every gesture, every word, every glance is a signal broadcast across the battlefield of human interaction. The mind may be turbulent, your thoughts a storm, but the world does not see your chaos. It sees what you project. Your mask is your armor, your presence, your weapon. If you falter in how you are perceived, even the strongest throne can be shaken. The public throne is the stage where all battles of influence are fought. Each meeting, each casual encounter, each conversation is theater. Your composure signals strength. Your calm signals command. When someone challenges you, when disrespect seeks to unsettle you, your posture, your tone, your steady gaze become instruments of strategy. The enemy cannot strike effectively if they cannot locate weakness. Show mastery, and the battlefield bends to your will before a single action is taken. Controlled vulnerability is your secret leverage. Reveal too much, and you invite assault. Show the cracks of doubt, the tremor of hesitation, and opportunists will swarm. Keep your intentions cloaked, your emotions shielded. Mystery is not deception, it is authority consolidated. When people cannot predict your reactions, they are forced to operate on your terms, constrained by the boundaries you silently enforce. You are not cold. You are calculated, a general commanding the field with a calm that terrifies the impatient. Command through presence. Your eyes are lances, piercing the armor of doubt. Your posture is a fortress, unyielding and unwavering. Your voice is the drumbeat of strategy, decisive, measured, Impossible to ignore. Even in silence, your presence dominates. In a crowded room, in a tense negotiation, in the subtle dance of power, those who feel your authority are compelled to act as if it exists, because it does. Reality bends to perception, and perception is your crown. Every interaction becomes an exercise in controlled power. You may feel chaos inside, but the world responds only to what it sees. Train yourself to project calm, to reveal only what strengthens your position, to command with the authority of someone who has already won the first engagement. Each encounter reinforces your throne. Each gesture consolidates influence. Those who test you will find only a wall of calculated mastery, impenetrable and precise. Remember, perception is the battlefield. Mask your chaos, project control. Make presence your weapon and composure your shield. The eyes that see you will bow before the power you command, whether you feel it or not. Master your presence, and the world bows before you. Men in general judge more from appearances than from reality. Niccolo Machiavelli. Within you lies a silent killer, an assassin cloaked in shadow, waiting for the moment when precision meets opportunity. This is the part of you that executes without hesitation, without doubt, without moral distraction. To master disrespect, to assert dominance over those who test your boundaries, you must cultivate this inner executor. It is not about cruelty, it is about strategy. The world rewards those who act decisively, while others debate, hesitate, or falter. Precision of action is your first weapon. Strike only when the advantage is unmistakable. Calculated, measured, unstoppable. Like a sniper lying in wait, you do not fire at every sound or shadow. You observe, you calculate, and when the moment arrives, your move is absolute. Every action must serve a purpose. Every decision, a clear path to victory. Impulse is weakness. Hesitation is an opportunity lost. Only the calculated strike ensures that your throne remains unchallenged. Emotional detachment is your armor. Anger, revenge, and pride are toxins that blur judgment. The impulsive strike of rage is a soldier running headlong into a trap. To act with lethal efficiency, you must remove sentiment from strategy. Calmness in execution allows you to read the battlefield, anticipate the opponent's moves, and act with ruthless clarity. Your mind is a blade. Emotions are distractions that dull its edge. Clear, detached action ensures every move consolidates power rather than dissipates it. The shadow within is always present, the hidden killer ready to defend your throne. Every master carries it, every predator respects it. It is silent, unseen, yet decisive. The world may believe you are controlled, composed, perhaps even gentle. Few know the calculated instinct that lies beneath, the readiness to strike at the precise moment when it secures your survival, dominance, and respect. This shadow is your guarantee that no threat is too small to ignore and no attack goes unanswered. It is not chaos. It is order enforced with deadly precision. To awaken your inner assassin, train yourself to act only when necessary, think only in terms of strategy, and feel only the satisfaction of mastery. Disrespect will arrive in many forms: a slight glance, a cutting remark, a subtle maneuver. Your reaction must be measured, decisive, and efficient. Hesitation is fatal. Overreaction is wasteful. Your silent execution secures your position while the reckless falter around you. Every day, cultivate the assassin within. Hone your precision. Detach from distractions. Let your shadow guard your throne, ready to strike with inevitability. The world sees only the calm exterior. They will never anticipate the lethal efficiency beneath. In mastering this, you become untouchable, feared, respected, the apex who rules not by chaos, but by calculated dominance. Strike silently, acted decisively, reign unchallenged. He who wishes to be obeyed must know how to command. Niccolò Machiavelli. Every day you are tested. Small provocations, subtle slights, and disrespectful jabs are not annoyances, they are training grounds. Like a wolf sharpening its senses in the forest, your instincts grow keener with each minor challenge. The world throws obstacles not to break you, but to forge you, to feed the wolf inside that hungers for mastery, not comfort. Resilience is the weapon, and every trial is ammunition. Daily trials are your sparring sessions. A cutting remark in a meeting, a dismissive tone from a peer, a petty slight on social media. These are not distractions, they are your practice field. Each requires assessment, each demands control. Respond too weakly, and the predator within you learns nothing. Respond recklessly, and you train your mind to react with chaos. Treat these encounters as drills for the battles that truly matter. Sharpen your reflexes, anticipate deception, and learn the art of measured response. Adaptive aggression is the skill that prevents destruction while asserting dominance. The wolf does not attack blindly. It calculates, it adapts to the prey, adjusts to the environment, and conserves energy for the kill that matters. Your responses to disrespect should follow the same logic. Calibrate each reaction. Test the limits of those who seek to undermine you without exposing yourself to unnecessary risk. Each measured strike teaches control, and each restraint strengthens authority. You do not explode at every provocation. You choose the moments that solidify power. Resilience becomes armor, impervious to the petty chaos of daily interactions. Every slight endured, every challenge met with composure, fortifies your mind and sharpens your instincts. The wolf inside grows hungrier not for comfort, but for the hunt, for the mastery of its environment. The world will attempt to weaken you with small tests, but you transform them into strength. Each encounter is a stone in the fortress of your mental and emotional toughness. Every slight that would weaken another only hardens you. Feed the wolf within. Let minor disrespect teach patience. Let challenges train your precision. Let each battle, no matter how small, reinforce the armor of your mind. Do not shy away from trials. Do not seek comfort at the cost of readiness. The wolf thrives in adversity, and so too does the master who understands that true power is forged in the fires of consistent, calculated challenge. Feed the wolf, and it will defend your throne. The wise man does at once what the fool does. Finally, Niccolò Machiavelli. Life is not chaos, it is a chessboard. Each person you encounter, each word exchanged, each subtle disrespect is a move in a game that stretches far beyond the moment. Your throne is the ultimate prize, and every action, every reaction must be calculated to protect it. To survive and dominate, you must think like a grand master, seeing not just the immediate threat, but the ripple effects across the board. Anticipating the opponent is your first skill. Disrespect rarely appears without motive. Read the glances, the tones, the half-hidden gestures. Understand not only what is being done, but why it is being done. Predict the counter-moves, the alliances forming, the traps laid by those who would test you. Every slight is intelligence. Every interaction is reconnaissance. You cannot afford ignorance. Each missed cue is a piece lost, a foothold surrendered. Learn to see the board as it truly is, with clarity and foresight. Sacrifices and gains are inevitable. Not every pawn, not every battle is worth your energy. Some attacks are distractions, some provocations are mere smokescreens. The master knows when to absorb the loss and when to strike decisively. Let the minor players fall if it secures your larger strategy. Attack only where it strengthens your position, and retreat only to reposition for greater advantage. Calculated patience outweighs impulsive revenge. The throne is not secured by reacting to every insult. It is secured by choosing battles that yield strategic victory. Endgame thinking is your mindset. Do not become consumed by the skirmishes, the petty battles, the fleeting humiliations. Focus on the long-term domination of your territory, the consolidation of influence, the preservation of respect that others seek to erode. Every move must bring you closer to ultimate authority. Life rewards those who see beyond the immediate, those who understand that true power lies not in the visible clash, but in the invisible control of the game. Handle disrespect as you would a chess match, with foresight, with strategy, with ruthless evaluation. Each interaction is a test of skill. Each minor slight is a rehearsal for the end game. The world is watching, and your throne waits for no one. Anticipate, sacrifice wisely, and play relentlessly toward ultimate control. See the board, strike with strategy, claim the throne. He who wishes to be obeyed must know how to command. Niccolò Machiavelli. Discipline is the battlefield where your throne is secured long before your enemies arrive. Every day presents skirmishes invisible to others, micro moments of temptation, distraction, or minor disrespect. These are not obstacles, they are drills. They are the hammer striking iron, forging a will that bends nothing, fears nothing, and yields to no one. Your rituals are your army, and consistency is the general who leads them without hesitation. Mind-body conditioning is the foundation. Meditation sharpens awareness, allowing you to perceive provocations before they strike. Physical rigor trains endurance, turning discomfort into a familiar ally rather than a threat. Fasting, exercise, and deliberate deprivation cultivate patience, resilience, and control. These are not acts of suffering. They are strategic maneuvers, conditioning your body and mind to operate under pressure, to thrive when others crumble. The battlefield begins within. The first victories are claimed in silence and sweat. Decision-making under fire separates kings from pretenders. Practice mental drills, scenarios where respect is challenged, where insults and chaos threaten to unseat you. Respond internally with precision, imagining every angle, every consequence, every ripple across the battlefield of your life. By rehearsing calm under pressure, you train instinctive control. When the real strike comes, you move with the certainty of a predator, deliberate and efficient, never reactive, never sloppy. The unprepared are ruled by emotion. The disciplined are architects of outcome. Unyielding persistence is the weapon that makes all else formidable. Rituals repeated without fail cultivate automatic mastery over impulses. The small victories compound: a calm gaze instead of a snapped retort, a steady breath in place of panic, a strategic pause instead of impulsive action. Over time, the iron will become instinct. You do not flinch. You do not falter. You do not surrender your throne to the petty and the audacious. Every day is a campaign, every repetition a drill, every discipline a soldier marching under your command. The world tests you in minor assaults: disrespect at a meeting, a dismissive comment, a subtle betrayal. These are the drills, the sharpening stones of power. Each time you adhere to your ritual, each time you respond with composed precision, you build a fortress around your psyche. Your enemies will find you unshakable, and your own doubts will have no purchase. Your throne is defended not by sword or voice, but by the unwavering consistency of a mind and body trained to perfection. Forge the rituals, embrace the discomfort, and let daily discipline sculpt an iron will. Every small battle won internally prepares you to conquer externally. Mastery is not an accident. It is the repeated, deliberate exercise of control, the quiet accumulation of power that becomes unstoppable. Ritual steals the mind, discipline commands the throne. It is better to be feared than loved. if you cannot be both. Niccolò Machiavelli. To become untouchable is to build an invisible fortress around your mind, your body, your very presence. The world tests you constantly. Disrespect, doubt, and challenge are rain against stone. But the stone does not flinch. It does not crack. It does not absorb the blow. Emotional invulnerability is your foundation. Every insult becomes background noise. Every challenge a distant echo. Your reactions are no longer signals to the world. They are calculated movements of a mind that refuses to be rattled. You are a predator who has learned patience, a general who surveys the battlefield with calm certainty, a king whose throne is untouchable because it is built from steel within. Your reputation is the weapon that precedes you. The world learns quickly to approach you with caution. Not because of threats you make in the heat of conflict, but because of the consistent, deliberate authority you radiate. Every decision executed with precision, every boundary maintained with firmness, every slight absorbed and neutralized without chaos. These shape perception before confrontation. People know instinctively not to test you, not to push against the force they can see, but not touch. Your aura becomes the first line of defense, stronger than any blade, louder than any roar, unassailable because it exists long before the battle even begins. Self-mastery is the armor that turns perception into reality. Control over your impulses, your emotions, your reactions means that no one can dictate the narrative of your power. When others flinch, panic, or lash out, you remain composed, watching, calculating. Your calm is a mirror reflecting their chaos, a deterrent that disarms aggression before it touches you. The untouchable do not need to strike. They are already sovereign in the minds of those around them. Every thought measured, every movement deliberate, every word a calculated projection of authority. You are not just strong, you are absolute. The invisible fortress grows with every ritual maintained, every disrespect met with strategy, every moment of self-control practiced until it becomes instinct. You are untouchable not by chance but by design. The predator within, the iron will be honed through ritual, the chess-like calculation of every move. These converge to create a state where attacks slide off, where fear and respect are earned without demonstration of force. You become a presence that dominates silently, a throne that cannot be shaken, a mind that cannot be breached. Stand unshaken. Build the invisible walls. Let your reputation and self-mastery do the work that words and weapons cannot. The untouchable are not defined by battles won or enemies destroyed. They are defined by the impenetrable authority they carry at all times, the quiet power that turns every attempt at disrespect into futility. You do not react, you do not tremble, you do not concede. You exist beyond their reach, untouchable because you have mastered yourself. Master yourself, and the world cannot touch you. He who wishes to be obeyed must know how to command. Niccolò Machiavelli. You have walked the path, built the fortress, trained the wolf within. Now all elements converge. Mind, body, and strategy fuse into a singular, unstoppable force. Every discipline you have forged, mental fortitude, calculated stillness, ruthless precision, becomes a thread in the armor of your final form. You are no longer a participant in the chaos. You are the apex, the center from which the storm bends and folds. Your mind is a throne, unassailable. Your body is a weapon, silent and lethal. Your strategy is a map of victory, every move preordained, every response intentional. You have synthesized power into presence, and presence into dominance. Your enemies sense it before they meet you. The room shifts, tension bends around your aura, and hesitation spreads like wildfire. This is unseen dominance, the predator that does not need to roar, the general who does not need to march, the king who does not need to speak. Disrespect freezes midair because it knows its target is untouchable. Even before confrontation, you dictate the battlefield. The world reacts to your presence. It cannot define or contain you. You move like a shadow across a chessboard, every step calculated, every glance a command. You have become the equation others cannot solve, the variable that breaks all attempts at opposition. Disrespect no longer wounds. It becomes raw data, fuel for your rise. Every slight, every challenge, every attempt to diminish you is absorbed, analyzed, and transformed into insight. The insults of yesterday sharpen your instinct today. The chaos around you becomes a training ground, and every interaction a test you already passed. You are not reactive, you are sovereign. Your decisions are precise, executed with a detachment that terrifies those who thrive on emotion and impulse. Your inner assassin strikes only when advantage is absolute. Your wolf is fed on calculated trials, and your iron will guide the rhythm of every engagement. You are a force defined by control, a presence that is impossible to shake, impossible to ignore. This ultimate transformation is not a flash, it is the culmination of relentless discipline. Morning battles have trained your foresight. Mental fortresses have insulated your power. Masks of command have projected authority, even in uncertainty. Every ritual, every pause, every measured strike converges into a single coherent identity, untouchable, unstoppable, decisive. You no longer respond to the world responds to you. You are the chess master, the apex predator, the sovereign on an invisible throne. Every slight, every challenge is irrelevant because you operate from a plane where only strategy, precision, and control exist. Stand now in the apex of your mastery. Let the synthesis of mind, body, and strategy define you. Let your presence alone shift outcomes, bending hesitation and fear to your will. Let disrespect feed your ascent instead of eroding it. The battlefield is no longer around you, it exists within you, and you control every outcome before it even begins. You have transcended reaction, transcended chaos, and become the standard by which all measure power. Nothing pierces your armor. Nothing destabilizes your throne. You are the final form of ruthless mastery. Untouchable, sovereign, decisive. This is your dominion. He who wishes to be obeyed must know how to command. Niccolo Machiavelli. Every morning, before the world stirs, you stand at the edge of your battlefield. Recall your sovereignty. Feel the weight of your ruthlessness settle into your bones. This is not arrogance, it is preparation. This is the ritual that separates the reactive from the relentless, the follower from the commander. Begin each day with clarity. You are the apex, the predator, the ruler of the ground beneath your feet. See every slight, every challenge, every whisper of disrespect, not as an insult but as data. One disrespect today is a lesson in strategy tomorrow. Observe it, analyze it, decide your response with the precision of a general orchestrating an ambush. Convert minor provocations into opportunities to sharpen your instincts. Every interaction is a test. Pass it before it tests you. Neutralize obstacles not with chaos, but with calculated control. Let your actions speak louder than words. Let your presence alone bend the room to your will. Empowerment comes from mastery, and mastery is a habit. You have trained your mind to detach, your body to execute, your instincts to hunt. You are untouchable because your armor is internal, discipline, focus, and the relentless pursuit of control. You move through your domain with silent authority, commanding respect before confrontation begins. The world reacts to your energy, your posture, your gaze. Every opponent hesitates. Every challenge falters. Ye are the predator in your domain. feared, respected, untouchable. This is more than a mindset, it is a code. Daily reaffirmation of your throne, strategic conversion of disrespect into power, and unwavering execution of your mastery will make you sovereign over your life. Each day is a battle, and each day you win by remembering who you are, the hunter, the strategist, the king of your unseen empire. Command your throne, rule your life.